What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on?
What's going on?
This is a little thing that we call the Cipher. I'm your man, Marcus the Kid Warren. With me is my man, Muff. How you doing today,
sir? What's going on, y'all? What's up?
Well, today we want to talk about a little thing, or a little group, called Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill!
Cypress Hill jumped on the scene, or I should say exploded on the scene in 1991 with their self-titled album, bringing us bangers like How Can I Just Kill a Man?
Oh, man. You know what's funny, too, about that, man, is that, back in those days, I was very, very much a New York-centric type of guy when it came to my hip-hop. You know how we can be in New York. We can be very smug, stuck up, snooty when it comes to our hip-hop up here in New York.
Especially backpackers like ourselves.
Absolutely.
East Coast, we like it. Anything coming from the West, we're just like, watch these people just suck.
Right.
Watch them suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch them suck.
Before hating was a term.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to hate.
Exactly.
But that said, though, How I Could Just Kill a Man was that one joint from the West Coast where I thought at the time, for your Dre's, your Ice Cube, and that whole deal, for the most part, there's a lot of whackness come out to us. I'm just keeping it real back then. But How I Just Kill a Man came out there, and I thought that beat was absolutely, it was banging on the East Coast.
Right.
Banging on the East Coast, but that said.
Well, I mean, actually, the first song that actually caught my attention was actually the Funky Feel one.
Okay.
Now, and if you look at it, if you look at Cypress Hill, on paper it doesn't even work, to be totally honest with you. I mean, the group is Be Real, Sin Dog, and DJ Muggs.
But it's funny too. Let me just speak about DJ Muggs. I think we talked about this beforehand on our last thing about DJ Muggs doing, the DJ Muggs versus series. DJ Muggs versus Sick Jacket. And by the way, that DJ Muggs versus Sick Jacket is crazy. By the way, that DJ Muggs versus Planet Asia is crazy. By the way, that DJ Muggs versus the Jizza is crazy. But go ahead.
Anyway, DJ Muggs, he's alright.
Yeah,
he's
production-wise, man, he's like, to me, I always liken him to a West Coast, and I believe he's Caucasian. But that's not even relevant. But he's like the West Coast Caucasian version, if he is, of the RZA to me. Because that's what his beats remind me of. He's got Wu-Tang-esque type of beats, which was kind of a natural marriage between him and Jizza, because that's what Jizza flows on. But that's me. That's what I like about it. Go ahead about DJ Muggs.
His beats are very grimy. And that's what I'm saying. Like his beats are grimy. Yeah. The grimy beats of DJ Muggs.
Right.
But they're also very, very, very funky. And now you have a very very tight, very whistly, very nasally. Be Real, who's rhyming gangster,
right?
And then backed up by a very raspy, and I can't even describe.
Well, I respect Sin Dog, but this is what you need to know about Sin Dog. And I don't mean like put him on blast, because this is on internet now, and Cypress Hill. If I go on the West Coast, they can get their pothos on me. But that said, Sin Dog knows his limitations. All right, Sin Dog is the kind of guy that you put in the game. You say, look, I want you to focus just on this side of the field. If it's not there, just throw the ball away. That's Sin Dog. And Sin Dog is their hype man. He's their MC, but he really acts mostly as a hype man, if you actually Be Real.
Right.
But I do respect him in certain songs that he's done throughout the years with Cypress Hill. I thought he's done pretty well on too. But for him to carry an entire album or to be the focal point MC with Be Real, I think is asking a lot of Sin Dog.
Yeah, but Sin Dog does do a great job, and like you said, I mean, I respect Sin Dog also.
Right.
But you have to understand, or you have to try to figure, like, how did he come up with that idea? Like, I'm gonna get you.
But here's the thing though. He did something sweet on I Can Kill a Man.
That is so sweet.
He makes it come on for it. It's like the Flav. It's like Flavor Flav and Chuck D. Flavor Flav in of itself is like, dude, you don't be up there trying to rap an entire album. You may get a song to hear every now and then. But as far as hyping up Be Real, he does pretty well in that for what they do, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I will say this about Sin Dog. I recently watched that Beef DVD. I forgot if it's Beef 1 or 2. And I remember with that beef with Ice Cube and Cypress Hill. And they knew that Ice Cube was going to come back on him once they put it out there with that beef about Wicked. And just check the Beef series if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Sin Dog was like, you know what, Cube, I know we got beef, but lay off me, man, because I know my limitations. So I ain't out here really trying to diss all like that. But I'm digressing.
Well, big up to Sin Dog. And like I said, it doesn't really sound great on paper, but they made it bang.
Yeah.
I mean, the first joint was a banger. It almost seems like every album after that was darn near a banger. I mean, you had a Temple of Boom,
which I love.
Yeah,
Temple of Boom. I think, well, I'm not going to say it was Slump Dog. That's about 96-ish.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, Temple of Boom, man. And you know what it was? To me, Temple of Boom, Black Sunday maybe a little bit, but certainly Temple of Boom, for me, was DJ Muff's coming out party as a banging producer.
Really?
Yeah, that's when I really paid attention to that. You got to figure, this is the mid-90s. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm over here. I'm with your Pete Rocks, your DJ Premiers, your RZAs, those type of producers, Dr. Dre, of course, all that mid-90s. But, DJ Muggs was like, he's serious on them boards, man, real talk. But at any rate.
But anyway, actually, personally, my favorite was Black Sunday.
Yeah.
Black Sunday was dark, it was grimy, and I think, personally, that was my favorite Cypress Hill album. Anyway, throughout the years, that kept on dropping banger after banger after banger. Now, they were even honored by VH1's Hip Hop Honors. Was this last year? Or
was that last year?
I think it might have been last year. So they've lasted, and they've proved themselves in the hip hop community. So all praises to Cypress Hill. But now they've come out with a new album called Rise Up.
Rise Up.
Now, first listen to Rise Up. Started off a little bit slow to me.
Okay.
Picked up a little bit with the title track, as a matter of fact, if you ask me, with the title track Rise Up. Now, anybody who doesn't know Cypress Hill is one of those groups that doesn't stay on one track. They're all over the place. They started off very... I don't want to say they came out with like a West Coast sound or West Coast feel. They came out with their own sound, and then they kind of bounced to like a rock sound. Then they're even criticized for it.
And not to cut. I'm sorry for cutting you off here, but just speaking of the song "Rise Up," it also has on the guitar Tom Morello, who's the guitarist for Rage Against the Machine.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, to your point, they like to keep it edgy, and Tom Morello is certainly the edgy guitarist. There's no doubt about that. One of my favorites.